Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and hello if you're new. Today I'm doing a part 2 of my discontinued makeup video. If you guys missed part 1, definitely go check that out. I'll make sure to link it down below along with more links and information, so make sure to check that out. So for this part 2, I thought it'd be fun to talk about just eyeshadow palettes. So eyeshadow palettes that have been discontinued, whether they're limited edition or not, I'm going to mention them. Palettes that I do love, and I'm really sad and I wish that these brands would bring them back. So grab a drink or snack and let's get into this video. Someone is being naughty and trying to knock over my camera. Honey, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You can't be knocking everything over. This is Honey, my little senior, and she is just always getting into trouble, aren't you? You can't let me film, huh? You gotta get into trouble. Alright, so the first palette I'm going to mention is probably no surprise, but it's the KVD Lolita Palette. This little palette has just been one of my favorites for such a long time. I wish they would bring this back. I know that this was like a limited edition collection when it first came out, but the packaging, the beautifulness of this palette, I have yet to find a dupe for this. Like, the colors and tones in here are so unique and different. I still pull this out every now and then and use it for like a special occasion, going out, maybe date night, because my husband didn't get this palette for me, and I absolutely love it. It's beautiful, it's romantic. I love these 4 shades here. They're so purpley, but they're like kind of cool, and they're dusty, but they're still like just really soft and beautiful, and I just love it. I just love the tones in here. I think it's unique, and I've yet to find a palette that's similar, that gives me that same feeling, I don't know, dead girl smoky purple glam look that I just love so much. And I don't know, it's just such a pretty palette, and I don't really hear anyone talking about this. I love the formula of the eyeshadows as well. It's a shame that she's no longer here, so I try not to use it too much because I'm just sort of savoring the shadow. So that's definitely a palette I wish would come back. By the way, before I forget, since we're talking about palettes, if you're wondering what's on my eyes today, it's the Gemini, the new Gemini from Tarte Cosmetics. I did do a full review, tutorial, and swatches. If that video is up already on my channel, go check it out. I'll link it below. Alright, moving on. You know I had to mention it, but the ABH Subculture Palette. This is currently my Pan That Palette challenge for 2022, and I have hit Pan on Dawn, and I'm doing pretty good so far, but you guys know my love for this palette. It's grungy, it's just beautiful. I just love the greens in here, the warm tones, the mustard yellows. I mean, it just gives me all the feels. I tend to go for palettes like this. Like what I'm wearing on my eyes right now, you know, the Melt Gemini palette, it's kind of giving me that vibe. This one is still good. I think they should bring it back. I know some people have their opinions about this palette, but personally, I love it. You just have to be careful because these are pressed pigments, I believe. So they're very, very pigmented. Like, they're really crazy intense. So a little bit at a time, slowly build it up, because like sometimes if you dip your brush in and you start going ham in your crease, it can look like really crazy really fast. Yeah, they're just pigmented, beautiful. I'm hoping to hit pan on every shade this year in this palette, and I just love it. I love the texture of the shadows. There is some kick up in there, but I really wish that ABH would bring this back. I'm not a huge fan of this brand, to be honest with you. It doesn't really excite me, and I don't know, just I think they should bring this back. I mean, they could reformulate it, I guess, if they wanted to, but I don't think they ever will bring it back. But I'm going to enjoy this palette while I can with my project pan this year, so I had to mention it because I really do love this palette. Alright, this next palette I'm going to mention I don't own anymore, so I'm going to pop up a picture right here, and it's from the Balm Cosmetics. It's the Nude Tude palette. You guys remember when this was all the rage back then? And I think I ended up getting rid of my palette. I can't remember if it was just old or if I gave it away to somebody. My memory is getting so bad, you guys. I just turned 35 and I feel like I can't remember. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was bismuth oxychloride in that eyeshadow palette, if I'm not mistaken. So if they could bring that palette back, bring it back without that ingredient, I would repurchase it in a heartbeat. It just had very like everyday go-to shades. Like I would just use it all the time. And I do love a lot of the newer palettes that the Balm Cosmetics has come out with. But it'd be so great to see this come back. And I remember they did another one with like guys on it. And I think it was called Nude Dude. But I think I like the Tude better than the Dude. A lot better. Oh, that sounded so weird. Their formula is fantastic. Their mattes blend like a dream. I've done quite a few reviews on new products from the Balm. Check it out. Lots of videos on my channel already. It's just one of those palettes where I'm like, man, you know, I really miss it. I miss those good old days and I wish they would bring it back. All right, moving on. This one's pretty old. This takes me way back and I can't part ways with this one. It's just, it brings back so many wonderful memories. So this is actually from Tarte Cosmetics. I don't own any other palette from Tarte except for this. And I actually would like to adventure out and maybe try some more from Tarte. But anyways, this is the Aqualillies for Tarte palette. Do you guys remember this? This is old school. I kept the box, you guys. I have the box, the original box. I even have the little tutorial card that comes with it. You guys remember? I remember when this collection came out. I don't know what it was exactly, but I just love the packaging because it looks kind of like mermaid scales. And I don't know, I just thought it was so cute. I went to, I think it was Ulta, bought it in person. It was just so pretty. I just could not wait to get my hands on it. So here's what it looks like. Comes in that like circular disc. Gosh, this brings back memories. Oh my gosh. If you guys missed I did a huge makeup declutter at the kind of like the start of this year. Check out my decluttering series. I go through all of my eyeshadow palettes, but this one is just so cute. I'm actually shocked I haven't hit pan on anything yet, but has a really nice full-sized round mirror. But here's what the palette looks like. So you've got your eyeshadows here along the bottom, a highlighter, a bronzer, and then a blush in the center. I mean, this was just my go-to palette for like everyday look. Simple, go-to, super easy. It was just one of those really easy palettes to use. You can use it on your eyes, your face. I would even take this with me if I like stayed the night at someone's house. Like it's just an easy wearable palette. The formula is fantastic. I love the bronzer in here. I love the highlighter. I just love this. I love opening this up and using it once in a blue moon, but it's pretty old. Yeah. Tarte, bring this back. All right, this next palette was limited edition. This is a limited edition collection, but let me just tell you what. I don't care. I think Colourpop should make this permanent. This is hands down my favorite collection that Colourpop ever released, and it's the Hocus Pocus palette. Oh, I can't tell you guys how many times I've reached for this palette and I just love it. I love the quality. Look at the packaging. First of all, they did such a great job. Like I purchased one of their lip kits, so I have a lipstick, the lip liner, the eyeliner, the lashes, like everything was just so beautifully curated. I don't really care for the second release they did. I didn't buy anything from that. I think I bought one lip product and I regret that. But the packaging with the cauldron and just, I love the movie Hocus Pocus. Like it's one of my favorite spooky movies to watch every Halloween. And I just love it. Like the artwork. And they did bring it back. They brought the collection back and I was able to finally get my hands on this palette because it sold out so quick when it first came out a couple years ago. And there's just great transition colors, great shimmers in here. I just love it. Like it's such a beautiful palette, and every time I use it I just get sad because I wish I had a backup of this. I hope they bring it back and do like another release. If they have like some extras lying around, please Colourpop, bring it back. But yeah, this palette is just one of my favorites. I really do like Colourpop's eyeshadow formula, but again, they use bismuth oxychloride in literally everything, even their face stuff. So I don't buy a lot of Colourpop, like their eyeshadow palettes and blushes and stuff like that. So, and I really, really, really wish they would bring it back. Oh, please Colourpop, bring it back. Now, I know I mentioned this in my last video, but in case you're new here, I wanted to quickly mention Gimme Glow Cosmetics discontinued the Grunge palette. Yes, this is not a prank. This is not April Fool's. So here's what the Grunge palette looks like. You've got these beautiful grungy dark, sultry colors. The shimmers in here are insane, like 90s and Nirvana. Also, can I just say, I'm a 90s lover of music and style in general. So like the names in here, Black Hole Sun, come on, Smells Like Teen Spirit, 90s, Teenage Dirtbag, punk, grunge, underground. Like the names in here are just so nostalgic to me. And I just, again, every time I use this palette, I loved the looks that just came out of this. And I'm super sad. Mine's getting really like beat up and dried and cracked. Well loved and used, and it's really hard to hit pan on a Gimme Glow shadow, but trust me, they have been well loved. Yeah, I'm really sad. I wish they would bring this palette back. It's one of my most heartbreaking ones right here. It's the Grunge palette. All right, and then last but not least, Menagerie Cosmetics is another indie brand, which I really like. I haven't tried a lot of their like new-ish stuff. They did change their eyeshadow pans. They're circular pans and not squares anymore, but they discontinued the Feral palette. Oh my gosh. If you don't know about this brand, check them out. Their artwork on their eyeshadow palettes is stunning. Like I could just stare at this all freaking day. So this is the Feral palette, and this one is very colorful. Now it definitely is different. It's a little bit out there for me personally. You guys know I don't typically go for super bright palettes like this, but during the spring and the summer, like right now, I'm definitely ready to pull this out and use it again. This is, I think, the first palette or first item I purchased from the brand when they did the rebranding. They used to be called Makeup Monsters Cosmetics. So yeah, I'll probably never get rid of this because it's just so stunning. Oh, and they also discontinued the Whalesong palette. Now this isn't necessarily one of my favorites. I know, I hate saying that because I think they're such a lovely brand. But this one in particular, like the artwork is absolutely stunning. Look at the whale. Beautiful. This is the Whalesong eyeshadow palette. Now I love the color story in here, and I am sad that they're discontinuing this because I think the color story is beautiful. I think I did do a review and a tutorial when this came out, if you guys are interested. But yeah, I mean, isn't that beautiful? I don't own another blue eyeshadow palette actually, which is surprising because blue is one of my favorite colors. And for me, I found that this stains your eyelids really bad. It's also a ton of fallout, ton of kick up. The shimmers are really nice in here, but I feel like I wish the formula was just a little bit better, so maybe that's why they are discontinuing this one. If you are wanting to snag these before they're gone forever, I think Menagerie is doing a restock soon. I believe with the Feral palette. I don't know about the Whalesong, but check out their Instagram page for more information. But yeah, their palettes are really pretty. I really want to get the Flight Club palette. I think that's what it's called, with a bat on it. So that's everything, you guys. Those are all of the eyeshadow palettes that I wish these brands would bring back because they're so wonderful and I really enjoyed them. Leave a comment down below and tell me what palettes that were discontinued that you wish would come back. Oh, let's just have a moment. Rest in peace. So long, beautiful palettes. So long. May you forever rest in makeup heaven. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to check out my part 1. I'll link it down below with some more links and all that good stuff. If you're new here to my channel, make sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you join the family here. I talk mostly about cruelty-free beauty, sometimes style and whatnot, but I post on Tuesdays and Fridays every week. When I'm not on here, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and my other social media. Links are always down below, you guys, if you want to come follow me there. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me here. I so appreciate it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.